Hi guys! Today we're continuing on with our series, saga, edition, videos, whatever you'd like to call it. We're continuing on with the Tom Ford Shade and Illuminate face and eye palettes. We are going to be focusing in on Intensity 2, which is Moonlit Violet. This beauty right here. I have videos on Red Harness and Rose Cashmere. So what we're going to do today is get into all the details of the palette. We'll do some swatches, we'll create a couple of looks, we'll demo everything on the face, and then to conclude everything for the Shade and Illuminate Face and Eye Palette series. Next video on the unofficial Tom Ford Tuesday, we'll be talking about all three, kind of compare and get into a little roundup per se. And I also have two others that I'd like to share with you, and we'll compare and we'll chat and all that stuff. So make sure you're subscribed. So these are, I believe, a Nordstrom exclusive, according to Nordstrom, but you never know. And the packaging, it's kind of our traditional Tom Ford-esque packaging. Let's come with the little pouch that, I love to use to clean off the magnificent fingerprints that we always get. Ta-da! Here's the actual palette. Comes with a nice mirror. And here is Intensity 2, Moonlit Violet. So, from the Nordstrom website, which is where I purchased. It was available at first on the Tom Ford website, but now you can find them at Nordstrom. So it is a Nordstrom exclusive palette featuring the highlighting and contouring Shade and Illuminate with 4 color coordinating eyeshadows. These are made in Italy, and the shades are all shimmers, and then you have a contour and a highlight. So let's get an idea of what we have to work with. I'm going to do some swatches really quick, and then we'll get to applying. So here are the eyeshadows. They are beautiful. That wet dry formula, very pigmented. This is a beautiful shade. It's like a gray purple. I will show you 2 looks. I'm going to do one that is, typical, soft, easy, something that you can just do. Because honestly, each one of these shades, you could totally just do a one and done kind of gig. But what I'll do is I'll create 2 looks. I'll do one that's like an easy everyday kind of vibe, and then something a little more dramatique. Yes. Okay, let's go ahead and swatch the highlight and contour. And again, this is Intensity 2. Yeah. Okay, so here we have the highlight and contour. Yeah. For the next video, I will be sure to compare all of the contour shades because I feel like Red Harness is the darkest, even though that's Intensity 1. But anyhow, we'll save all of that for the finale, the little finale, okay? You know my thing. I have to mix everything, okay? Today, for foundation, I'm mixing my Lumiere with my Tom Ford. I think it looks good. And then I'm wearing my Tom Ford concealer. Everything that's on my face will be listed and linked for you down below. I don't have an eyeshadow base applied like my traditional ones that I most often use. I actually just use my concealer on my lids. I do that sometimes. So that is all that I have applied so far. The mirror quality is fantastic, and that's what I'm going to use today. So I'm going to go ahead with my Sonia G Builder 3 brush, and I am dying to get into that beautiful purple. So I'm going to apply that all over my lid. Let me get a little closer for you. Yeah, this is a beautiful purple. But just applying it, it's nicely pigmented and it is getting on quite nicely. I want to say this one is more of like a satin finish because there is a little bit of a sheen, but it's really pretty. It's not, too glittery or anything like that. I'm going to go in with I'm going to go in with my Chikuhodo GSN 10 and just buff the edge. See, a shade like this, you can totally just use this only and just kind of blend it, which is nice. So that purple built up and blended really, really nicely as our first shade. This is a Wayne Goss number 18, and obviously this is the more dramatic eye look. So I'm gonna go into that grayish, purplish shade, and we're gonna use that to kind of intensify the outer eye portion. I'm just bringing it on the outer eye, and then I'll bring it into the crease just a little bit for the drama. Yes. And with that same Chikuhodo brush, just softly blending the edges. I've got my Pencil Pro and I'm going into that purple shade. We're going to work on the lower lash line a little bit. So I cleaned off my Builder 3 and I'm going to go into this purpley shimmery shade and we're going to put that on the beginning portion of the lid and inner corner. And although I'm using these dry, it's still giving a really pretty shimmer. I'm just taking a matte nude color. This one's from Sicily. I'm gonna put that as my brow bone highlight. I'm gonna do a little bit of a wing. Why not? I want to intensify my inner corner, so I'm gonna go into this shade. It's more, I want to say it leans a little more silver than purple. I'm going to go in with my Wayne Goss number 5 brush and then just pick up some product and then I'm going to spray my brush so that it's nice and intense. This is just my Lumiere the Mist. Oh yeah. I'm going in with this Chantecaille nude eyeliner. Do a couple coats of mascara and then we'll move on to the next look. A little purple drama. Let's go ahead and do something a little more lighter. I'm gonna go in with the contour shade and I'm going to put that in my crease. And this is a Sonia G Builder Pro brush. Because this look is going to be a little softer and more daytime appropriate, I want to say, I'm going to go in with the purple shimmery shade. And I'm kind of going to just blend it onto the lid so that it's like a soft little wash of color. We're just doing a soft little wash on the lid for our everyday girl. Okay? Very, very pretty. I'm going to go back into the contour shade and just work on adding a little depth to the eyes. I'm taking a Wayne Goss number 6 and let's go into the purple and let's kind of just use that as a little wash on the lid so it's not too intense. Just a little wash of color on the lid so it's not as intense as that one. And because I'm putting it with the shimmer shade, you're gonna get a nice satin-esque finish. And then with the same brush, let's go back into the shimmery purple and just diffuse, add a little wash, just a little bit of color, just a little bit of sparkle. And then we'll bring a little on the inner portion of the eye. I've got my Esom T05. Let's go into the darkest. I'm going to use that as just like a nice little liner, but because it's shadow, it's going to definitely come off softer. So just stamping it very close to the lash line and just build up that liner look. And you could also do this with the purple. That would be really pretty, really fun. So I'm going to actually go ahead with that same brush and let's go on the lower lash line with the purple and keep it nice and close. And we're not going to bring it all the way to the beginning portion of the eye because this is our more daytime look. The Chantecaille eyeliner in that nude shade. All right, so here are both of our looks. This is more dramatic and really vamped up. Ready for dinner? Let's go. I feel like the softer look is literally the softer, toned down version of the more amplified, dramatic look. But here we are. Let's try this contour on the face and this highlighter. I'm going in with my Wayne Goss number 11 brush into the contour shade. Okay, I am stamping because I know this shade is going to be a little dark if I go crazy. All right. Nicely pigmented, and it does build up very nicely. Gives me that nice sculpt, you know? Let's go into this highlighting shade because, yeah, she looks very frosty. This is a Chikuhodo highlighter brush. Let's try her out. So I picked up a good amount of product, but I did tap. So here goes. On the skin, once this shade is blended, it definitely pulls gold. You see? But it's such a pretty kind of goldy, frosty, intense. I'll use another brush on the other side so we are not as bam in your face kind of gig. So I definitely made the contour and highlight more intense on this side to kind of go with the eye, you know. I'm going with my Wayne Goss airbrush into the highlighter. This side, I want to make it a lot lighter. Oh my goodness, but it's still so beautiful. Ooh, look at that. That is pretty. Oh my goodness, this highlighter is beautiful. I can't wait to compare all of these so you guys can see all of the highlighters, all of the contour. Wow. I'm gonna go into my Ravish for blush. Kind of just blend everyone together nicely, yeah? So you know me, I like to do my little lip cocktails and you know, I wanted a little purple vibe. So I went in with a Chanel and a Tom Ford. So everything will be listed down below for you. But let's chat really quick about this Shaded Illuminate Face and Eye palette. The texture of both the highlight and the contour meld and blend into the skin so beautifully. So here we have the contour highlight. I went in with the Tom Ford Ravish blush. And I feel like I applied a little more intense on this side to kind of go with the eye. And then on this side, things are a lot more toned down and softer, more like our little daytime gig. But you know, guys, you do whatever you want. This palette for sure is a purple lover's dream color story. And I do like the versatility of these palettes. Do not go into these palettes thinking, oh my gosh, I'm only going to be able to do one look. Not true, because literally each eyeshadow is a one and done. And even the shimmer shades, you can apply them on your lid with a less dense brush to create a soft application, just so that you have a little something going on, kind of like what we did on this eye and blending it in with the purple. It's just really pretty, really soft, something that I could totally rock at any time. Like, yeah. The option is there if you want to have a softer look. Just use a different brush to apply any one of these and it'll give you a softer application. The contour shade is really beautiful. I love that you can build it up, make it more intense, or keep it soft. It's really, really beautiful. And the highlighter, although she looks super white and I want to say frosty in the pan, I love that it blends out to like a gold, glowy goodness. And the formula on Tom Ford's highlighters is outstanding. It melds into your skin in the most beautiful way. You don't have that strip. So it's really nice. I'm very happy that it's a part of my collection. I don't have too many purples in my collection other than my Natasha Denona Lila. You know, I want Tom Ford to give me a green palette. So now that we've created a couple of looks and played around with Moonlit Violet Intensity 2, next video, we're going to talk about all three. I want to get nice and detailed. I want to talk about each palette. I want to do some comparisons. So make sure you're subscribed. That will be our next unofficial Tom Ford Tuesday video. Thank you so much for letting me share another one of the Tom Ford Shade and Illuminate face and eye palettes with you. Please don't forget to give today's video a thumbs up if you liked it, and subscribe if you haven't. Stay beautiful, guys. I'll see you really, really soon. Bye.